So good evening, everyone. My name is Susanna, and I would like to thank RAI for this opportunity to speak to all of you this evening. I am the co-founder of Microgenesis Learning, and we've come up with a product called Frontline that I'd like to talk to you about. So Frontline is a one-stop performance management solution that is specifically designed for the retail team members. And we've been able and privileged to work with about 3 brand groups that targets in total about 75,000 end users, where we kind of give them access to 5 different modules on our platform. And these modules range from learning, training, career progression or certain certifications, weekly reviews, rewards and recognition, and also sales target management. So for this session, I thought it would be useful if I could share about 3 practical considerations for going digital with performance management that we have learned and gained insights as we've implemented Frontline in various organizations, in hopes that it will be useful to you also as you start to think about this. So initially, when we started integrating some of the PMS processes into our platform, we realized that the same process, now when done on our digital platform, started to yield different results. And this was happening for a number of reasons. And I'd like to run you through a few of them. Firstly, we started to notice that because of our platform, we were trying to reduce human bias when managers were doing evaluations of the store team members. And we did this by ensuring that the accountability was on them and ensuring that the entire process was very transparent for the store team member also. So they knew that this is the various factors on which they were being evaluated. Second thing that we noticed is that we were able to ensure that the activities that were time bound were being completed at the allocated time, so that the organization as a whole had access to the required data either on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, or even a daily basis wherever required. And something that we are currently doing that was also echoed in the previous panel discussion was that we're no longer looking at performance management or an employee's performance as one metric or being defined by one metric. Instead, we're looking at it as a triangulation of various sources of data. So we're looking at the learners' performance in the training programs, how they did on their sales targets, how were they in store visits and manager feedback, coaching sessions, and so on. So we're trying to see if we can triangulate data from all of these various sources so that we can give organizations a more holistic understanding of how the retail team members are doing, so that they're equipped with enough information to make more accurate business decisions. So while we were doing this, we also understood that all of these changes were happening to the data at a very organization level. And we still had to ensure that the frontline team members were being made aware of these changes, because otherwise we might have them being very unhappy with the digital platform. So what we could do to ensure that all the team members, specifically the frontline team members, are aware of this digital initiative, we started to keep all the stakeholders informed. So we wanted to ensure that everyone from the store team member to the area managers, the RTMs, everybody knew that because of the digital platform that was going live, there were going to be some changes, and we wanted to also give them a plan of action or steps to do when their team members came to them for requests. So for instance, if an area manager suddenly realized that their compliance scores or percentages were off from the previous months, they were going to be in a very uncomfortable situation, because they know they're going to be asked for this by their senior management. But since they've already received prior communication on this, they felt in control, even though the situation was very new to them. And thereby they were able to convince their own team members that the platform was going to be easy to use and implement. And this just ensured that our implementation also went on smoothly. Something else that we can do and that we try to do when implementing PMS processes is that we want to plan a specific pilot. And when I talk about a pilot here, I'm not referring to the generic UATs that we do, ideally, where we're trying to see if the users are able to log into the platform and do a couple of actions. Here, I'm talking about a pilot that is specifically focused on a PMS process on the digital platform, because it is through this we'll be able to understand how the various stakeholders in that process interact with the platform and what is going to be the end result. Is it going to be too long for the team members to complete? Is the time not enough? Do the team members think there is a bias that's inbuilt into the current process when it goes digital? So all of these suggestions and recommendations can be learned, and eventually we can evaluate to see if the process actually still meets the required result that it was initially designed for. So it is through these small initiatives that are also quite common that we are trying to ensure that the same PMS process, when on the digital tool, can yield new results and insights, which can essentially help organizations also make more data-driven business decisions. Secondly, some thought that carries on from the first point is when an organization has access to a lot of information and accurate information, it starts becoming easy to distinguish between the high performing team members and those that need a little help in the organization. So if you have team members who find it difficult to, let's say, clear a certification, or they're unable to meet their targets or their goals that is set by the managers, do they know that they have a support system in place that can help them immediately and at the right time, rather than waiting for another team member to assign them those learnings and those trainings to help them out? Can we help the team member right after their interaction with their manager, so that they can quickly take action and understand and say, yes, this is where I made a mistake, and maybe if I change this, I can do better. Similarly, for those that are high performing in the organization, do they know that they have a resource or a library that is available that they can engage and interact with and grow themselves individually, so that they'll be able to groom themselves to take on more responsibilities in the organization? And as frontline, these are the insights that we've learned, and we're trying to incorporate it into our system so that we are able to provide all learners the right help at the right time, so that we can help them grow and take control of their growth in the organization. And the third thing I'd like to talk to you about is that digital transformation is a journey and it's not a single step. It's the various decisions that an organization takes towards leveraging the technological capabilities of a platform, instead of just moving something from offline to an online process. And of course, the primary step in this journey is to first find a platform, move the entire process of whatever PMS systems that we have to that online platform. But what does digital transformation for a PMS system look like? From our experience, we've understood that it's a good idea to start with breaking down the components of the PMS system and seeing how we can enhance those components by leveraging technology. So maybe I'd like to give an example with learning, because we believe that's quite an important part of a PMS system, because that's how learners are able to meet, let's say, the standards that are set by the organization. So when it comes to learning, just going digital would mean taking the current resources and content that is available and moving it online. Now, this does have its benefits, because by doing this, it's quite easy to disperse a lot of information to a wide audience, especially when the information needs to be reviewed in a short period of time. This method is quite useful, but it does have its drawbacks, and that's not unique only to the retail industry. We've seen it happen in the education sector as well, where in the recent past, because of the pandemic, schools moved all their resources online. And then suddenly there was a sharp decrease in learning outcome. And they realized that this happens because the resources that were initially designed for classroom intervention could not achieve the same outcomes in an online environment. So similarly, what can we do to enhance the learning component of the PMS system? Something we'd like to suggest is by leveraging the power of multimodal resources. How can we use the technology capability where learners are able to interact with the platform, give suggestions, interact with their peers, ask a question? How can they be active learners of the information and have a good active learning experience rather than just consuming passive content? Similarly, if we look at the sales targets, how can we leverage the fact that there is the information flows quite quickly between technology systems? How can we leverage the data that is generated and quickly motivate the store team members to go above and beyond their sales targets? It is by leveraging these technological possibilities that we'll be able to achieve the digital transformation of the PMS system and ultimately help organizations kind of reach and improve good business performance. So it is with that I'd like to leave you with the three practical considerations that we've learned and are actively looking at to improve our platform also to stay relevant. Um, I'd also like to invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn by scanning the QR code. If you have a comment or a question, if you'd like to connect with me, please feel free to do so, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Once again, this is Susanna, and this is Frontline. Thank you so much.